Yo, it's your boy Adam. Hope you guys are doing well. FIFA 21 is officially out for everyone, so I hope you've got your hands on it and enjoying the game as much as I am. It feels much different from FIFA 20, which is good. It feels like an actual new game. Today's video, we're going to be looking at breaking down, analyzing the 4-1-2-1-2 variation, the narrow variation of the tactics. It's very OP, very meta, and I suggest at least giving it a go. We're still on the very early stages of FIFA 21. I'm still experimenting, as I'm sure you are or you will be, but yeah, it's definitely going to be one of the most used and popular formations this year. I can guarantee you that. I just thought it's important to show you some sort of gameplay at the start of the video before we break down the tactics, player instructions, etc., just so that you can see how it does work in game. This is in Division Rivals. We are in Division 2, very close to Division 1, so you can class it as quite competitive. The teams and the players are at a quite sort of high skill level. A lot of the players are foot pounders, and obviously once Foot Champs does come out, that would be a more sort of accurate and truer test against higher skilled opposition. But yeah, as you will notice in a lot of the clips in this video, you will see that we are really overpowering the opposition in the midfield areas, really dominating possession, counter-attacking really well, and these are the main advantages of this formation. You might think that it's too narrow, and with sort of crossing and heading becoming a little bit more meta this year and coming back because it was non-existent on FIFA 20, that there ain't enough width, but there definitely is. So try out these tactics that I am going to give you after these sort of clips. As you'll see there, we went from defending to attacking so quick. We've got that one main CDM in midfield as well. I'm using Sissoko there when I do run these tactics, as you'll see here. Just literally, you want to control the main CDM and just run everywhere with him. Really hassle the opposition. Don't give them any space and force them to make passes mistakes so that you can intercept it, counter attack, and try and score some goals yourself. So yeah, it really does work well. The last tactics video we've done was the 4-2-3-1. That's a little bit more defensive. This is a little bit more attacking. But if you want me to do have ones, comment down below. But yeah, let's get into the tactics now and start breaking them down. Just a couple things before we get into the custom tactics. This is my team. I have two DMs. You might have noticed that it's not really ideal. I'm using Ziyech as the sort of third centre mid or third DM, whatever way you want to call it. I don't recommend it. Get a box-to-box player, one that can shoot and attack in that position, and then the other two sort of predominantly for defending. But yeah, I was just doing it while I was experimenting the tactics. The second thing is I'm using this formation just to get the maximum chemistry out of my team, so you may be using one that is different. And via the D-pad, the custom tactics, we go into our preferred formation and tactics. So we're going to be looking at the defensive and attacking. The defensive is basically our balance, what we're going to start with, and attacking is if we are losing. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. Defensive style, balance, you do not need to use anything else when you are starting the game. 5 width and 4 depth is completely ideal. You do not need to change that. Defensive style, I recommend either long ball or balance. Reason being is long ball, you can go from defense to attack very quick, and with through balls being extremely effective this year, it does work really well. But 5 width, the reason I don't go 6 is because you will see in a minute why I had that on my other one, but we do not need to start it with this, just because it will leave a little bit more open spaces and it's a little bit more attacking. We want to start a little bit more solid and compact while we sort of see how the game goes. Players in box, 5 is fine. We've got our 2 strikers, our cam, and maybe the 1 box-to-box midfielder bombing in there. Corners and free kicks is complete personal preference. I have it on 3 just because I want my main centre backs up there if I'm going to sort of try and score a header, or obviously if I'm going to go short, I don't want that many players in there. And free kicks, I always go short, so it's up to you. Set your tactics. It is the 2 variation, the narrow one. The player instructions, we start with both fullbacks. Stay back while attacking is an absolute essential. They are going to be so crucial. You're going to want fullbacks that are very fast, pacey, and can get you out of a lot of trouble because you do not have that much support. As we are running them on cover center, I'm running the main DM on cover center. I have tried it on man mark. I have tried it on cutting, passing lanes. I don't like man marking because if there are other players around the DM, then it does drag. They just drag him out, and cut passing lanes, he drops a little bit too deep for me, but that's completely up to you. I have stay back and cover center on the sort of right center mid as well. I call them DMs, and you want cover center just because if you have one on cover wing and one cover center, you just have huge gaps in midfield and it's just not great. This is why I said the fullbacks are very important there. You do not want to drag them out of position. I do have a defending tutorial on our channel if you want to check that out. Ziyech is obviously should be my box-to-box center mid, but as I said, it's not really ideal. I was using him. I'm using him on balance and cover center, so this would be the one I'd say get a box-to-box player that can shoot as well as defend. Our cam, in my case, Riyad Mahrez, getting box across just so he can make more runs in and out the area. And then I recommend having one striker on getting behind. I did switch their positions over. I do recommend having the faster striker on getting behind because I switched the players over. That's why it's like that. So in my case, it'd be Rodrigo, and I'm playing him him and Ziyech on the left side because they are both left-footed. They've got really poor weak foot, and I do not want to do passes on their weak foot because I'll give away possession more easily. So that's what we're going to start with in our attacking tactics. Right, so you might use these tactics when you're 1-0 down, 2 goals down, something like that. You don't really want to be starting with these because you'll be more susceptible to conceding goals. So press on heavy touch, try press after possession loss. I don't know, at the moment not 100% sure on these, what one's actually better. I just know that press on heavy touch is a bit less offensive, and press after possession loss sort of leaves you a little bit more open. So that's the main sort of differences. 5 width and 5 depth, we're upping it more. We're getting a little bit more of a high line and sort of a bit more attacking. We're going to go for balance, or we're going to go for fast build up. Fast build up, maybe if you're losing by 3 goals, you might want to change it to that. But at 1 or 2-0, if you do have fast build up, you will be a bit more open. And with this sort of formation, with the fullbacks being on their own, you can get caught out a bit more. But yeah, if you want to try it out, give it a go. The width, we up it from 5 to 6, just to stretch your position a bit more and try and create more chances in the midfield wide positions and drag out the strikers a little bit more. And then the players in box is 5, and then corners and free kicks are the same. With the offensive width, you can leave it on 5 or try it on 6. I definitely recommend just trying them out. There's not much in between it, so it's not really going to cost you anything, but that's what I find is ideal. Right, so when it comes to the player instructions, one more thing I wanted to say about the width as well. You don't want it so wide, otherwise you might as well just be playing 4-1-2 on 2 wide. So just remember that as well. So 5 or 6 is ideal. Right, player instructions now. Both fullbacks have got to be on stay back while attacking. Again, it's an essential. Even though we are losing the game, you will be absolutely caught out and get rinsed because you've just got 2 centre backs essentially. Your main DM on stay back cover centre, your right centre mid balance cover centre, just so you can press a little bit more and help you out from the attacking aspect and pressing, and then your other left centre mid on balance cover centre. Your main cam stay forward, getting box across, and then just your faster striker for me again, Rodrigo getting behind, and then your other one on mixed attack. So that is the custom tactics player instruction and sort of a little in-depth analysis on how it does work in game. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and obviously we stream every day on Twitch. If you want to check us out, the link is in the description below. See you in the next video. If you've got any recommendations, do comment down below as well, and I'll get back to you. It's been your boy. It leaves one more thing to say. Safe